uh, we made mistakes. We know what mistakes we made. The only way to fix it is to get you back to where you can fix it yourself. And we're going to do that by getting you through this portal that hopefully will get you through. But these people are shooting at us, and these people are still Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen, which is still so weird.
It's Lois Lane and it's Cable's Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, Cable Jimmy Olsen.
Okay.
Jimmy Cable Olsen. Summers.
Cableson.
Yeah. And yeah, they talk about how none of them really have their powers anymore. Like, Grodd can't read minds even anymore, like, zero powers. So they're all defenseless against the actual villains now.
Yeah.
And, of course, the Justice League is like, we need to help you guys, and we'll stay here and fight, and we'll help you. And they're like, no, you can't, because they have weapons that'll make you powerless, and by the time you get outside, you're gonna be dead, basically.
It was interesting to see that they kind of said they adapted the collar technology to, they could zap you and nullify your weapons.
Powers.
Yeah, your powers. I'm like, that's craziness.
Kind of like the Deadpool collar, which has mutant.
Yeah, mutant abilities, yeah. But on a much larger, boomy scale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. All that stuff. And, Krypton cradles. They adapted, Superman's spaceship because Lois is like, I've always been fascinated of how they kept Clark alive through the space travel and also taught him everything that he needs to know. Right. So we adapted those to basically wipe people's memories and change them into, like, subservient beings.
Wow. So that's what happened.
Yeah. It's a thing.
It's craziness.
Yeah.
Mind control.
But yeah, all of that happens. The World Forger's talking to Batman, being like, yo, this suit of armor that you made in this chair thing, you can use it to wipe all your friends' memories and basically create them into new beings and use it to fix everything. And Batman's like, man, this must be the only way if I'm the one that created this. And I'm like, Batman, stop being dumb! God damn it, Bruce. Why are you doing this?
To see him so easily swayed is kind of odd.
Yeah.
Like, but you can see that he's tired. He's ready for this, like, for the easy win.
Yeah, he's been crushed, like, literally.
Yeah, many times over. But come on! Yeah. Just because Clark's not there being your moral compass.
Right.
Come on!
Oh, man.
But, yeah, as he's describing what do they call it? The final bat suit? The made out of Element X?
The Sun Box.
The Sun Box.
Huh. Not the Mother Box.
The Sun Box. S-O-N box.
I see, okay.
Yeah.
Damien.
Damien Box.
The Damien Box.
It makes sense for him. He creates suns. He takes suns and he makes them his own. And he's Batman. That's what he does.
He gets to be the sun.
Yeah, Sunbox.
Sunbox.
But as World Forger's telling Batman all of this, there's a big boom, boom, and the Sunbox explodes.
Oh.
And seemingly is destroyed, while the rest of the League is trying to get away from Lois and Jimmy.
This is all in a spaceship battle, like
epic spaceship battle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the villains, the not bad guys, they're like, okay, you guys got to get out of here. The only way that we're going to be able to do this is basically blast you through the cannon into the portal, and we'll hold the Lois Lane and the Jimmy Olsen off as long as we can. And we have a mole on Earth that should have destroyed Batman's only weapon against you. So you should be good to fight and win. Go fight, win. And...
do the thing, beat the guys.
Woo, sports. Not sports. So... they're like, we're not leaving without you guys. We can save you, and you guys can come with us, and everything's gonna be great. And Cheetah's like, no, you guys have to go. This is our only chance. And Wonder Woman's like, I will not leave you to die, Barbara Ann. And Cheetah's like, Barbara Ann died years ago, sister. This is the only way that you can bring her back.
Oh, wow.
There was a lot of reconciliation here.
Yeah.
I thought... I love this.
I love this part.
That
part. Yeah, so they're all getting ready, and they say that they're gonna turn around and surrender to Lois, and Lois is like, okay, where's the League? And they're all like, they're all in the bathroom. All of them? They're just that type of League. Okay. And then John talks for 1,000 years, but basically is like, we're...
Sorry, we have to hurry! Mars.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, we're in a time...
This place is falling down around us.
Yeah.
The fire is on you!
Like, fire.
Fire.
Yeah. And he's like, we've always known you as our greatest enemies, but in this place you have forced us to look past what we know to what might be, and now we're sure that we'll allow ourselves... sorry, there's so many words. I'm trying to condense it. We'll never allow ourselves to become the people who we are here. Instead, we'll try to stay true by following in the footsteps of the world's greatest heroes. You. Like, aw, that's so nice for them. And then there's the reconciliation, Sinestro to John Stewart, and Sinestro says, don't let our light grow dim. And then Cheetah to Wonder Woman, saying, always remain true. And then Grodd to Flash, saying, Flash, I still hate you. Barry's like, thank you, Grodd.
That's great.
Yeah. 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 I said things out of order, but that's okay.
I hate you. Thank you, Grodd.
Thank you, Grodd.
Flash always brings a giggle to this, which is a testament to Snyder, the fact that he keeps that along with all this epicness and like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, bad guys shoot the Justice League into the portal, and Lois is like, we need to stop them, and they can't get through the portal, blah, blah, blah. And Jimmy is like, okay, but shouldn't we worry about the ship that's going full force towards us first? And Sinestro's like, how could I forget the power of fear? Then he's like, now old friends, are you ready to be bad one last time? And they crash into the ship. Big kaboom.
Oh.
And they're back on the fake Earth planet, where World Forger is, of course, waiting for them. That's a spoiler.
That is a spoiler.
But big ol' splash of what they're about to face, and they're about to face themselves, their fake selves, or their future selves, and the World Forger, and badness, basically. And they're like, yeah, the Legion said that they have a mole on this planet, and they're here to help us, and World Forger's like, ah yes, Jarro. He almost destroyed the Sunbox, but not quite. And then
Oh, damn.
Batman talks. He's like, you should have stayed on Apocalypse. And then he's in this giant bat mech suit.
Badass.
Yeah. But yeah, and they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight against Batman.
He looks like a Digimon.
You saw it. I don't know why I'm showing you.
It's crazy.
I thought that's such a freaking cool. I want that figure.
Yeah. If they, oh my gosh, it would probably have to be a Build-A-Figure.
Yeah.
But if they made that, that'd be super
cool.
cool.
I like all the future versions. They're all pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like the suits, the way they did the suits.
I need to figure out why Barry's 2 people.
3.
It's not 3 people. It's them phasing together into one person.
Because it looked like there was multiple.
No, there's Barry and there's Wally and then there's the Flash.
Weird.
Yeah. And yeah. Yeah. But yeah, always a lot happening in Justice League. It was a really good read, guys.
Super awesome
Yeah.
art still, again.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
That one was really tough. I mean, the honorable mention of Jaro was where I was at with it, but
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I want to see future Jaro.
I want, like, he's still a good guy. Like, that's.
He's like, my dad wouldn't usually do this. There's something wrong. I have to fix it.
Bad dad.
Bad dad. But yeah, that's what I had. What my pick of the week was.
Nice.
That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I that one really kind of had a hard time with. It's just because I didn't know if I liked it, but the longer arc of Power Rangers really kind of took it for me. But
Right.
Justice League was a very close second.
Oh. Sweet.
Yeah, Life Story for me was a close second.
Was it?
Yeah. I was debating this entire time, actually, which one I was going to talk about.
Nice.
But yeah. What books do you have next week, Sudon?
I have books.
Whoa.
Action Comics, Detective Comics, Flash 71. I think you and I have. I'm probably jump back into the Middle West. Number 7 comes back in
Okay.
there. That's about it.
Yeah. We have a really light week next week. Yeah.
I might throw in a free comic book day read.
That's an idea. I might talk about Age of Extinction for X-Men. We'll
It's
see.
not a bad idea. I might look at that Carnage storyline. My only
Fine, I won't.
my only book next week is Venom number 14.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So all of them.
That's another one of those World Realms tie-ins.
Man, I hope not. There is something that happened recently and stuff.
She's chasing her tail.
But I'm hoping it's not a huge tie-in. I know that it has to do with some of the characters, I think, from that story arc or whatever. So hopefully it's not something I'm going to have to pick up, War of the Realms for or whatever. It's just kind of its own standalone story. I can handle that.
You thought Punisher was out today?
No.
Okay, because I saw the War of the Realms Punisher.
I thought Venom was out today.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. That's all I have.
I have, as Sudon mentioned, Flash number 71 next week, and Justice League Dark number 11 next week. Yeah, and that's I technically have rolled and told number 9 if the comic book store gets it. Which they probably won't, seeing as I only have 3 of the previous 8.
Oh, wow.
So we'll see about that.
For sure.
Yeah, and then I didn't get Dream Daddy this week. But 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks. And then maybe I'll talk about it. Right. Probably not.
I'm curious what they do. Like, I'm kind of curious how it's going to be. Like, okay, how do they make a comic book out of
the dad dating simulator?
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you know. But as always, we'd like to thank our local comic book shop, All Seas Collectibles, at 1250 South Abilene Street, Aurora, Colorado 80012. And subscribe on all our social platforms.
Yes, pick these books up.
Do it.
Also,
touch them with your hands, or don't. Read them digitally if you have to.
Digitally is a way, not a way.
Yeah.
Buy the books.
These are very great mediums for appreciation.